It was late evening in the city. Soft rain pattered against the glass walls of the CEO's office, where silence had become a permanent resident. Daniel Gray, one of the country's most successful businessmen, sat alone at his massive oak desk. The city lights stretched endlessly beneath him, yet he felt nothing but emptiness inside. Money, power, luxury, all the things he once dreamed of now felt like ashes in his hands. His phone buzzed constantly with calls, emails, and meeting reminders, but not one message came from someone who truly cared. That night, he decided to leave early. Something inside him, loneliness perhaps, pushed him to return to the mansion he called home but rarely visited. As he stepped into the grand but lifeless home, he noticed the faint sound of humming from the kitchen. It was soft, tender, almost like a lullaby. Following the sound, he found the nanny, a young woman in her late 20s, cleaning the counter while quietly singing to herself. Her uniform was worn, her hands red from scrubbing, but her smile carried a warmth that filled the cold air. On the table beside her sat a small, handmade card. It was old-fashioned, crafted from colored paper, with crooked letters written in a child's handwriting. On the front, it said, "Happy birthday, Miss Emma." The inside read, "Thank you for loving me like a real mom." Daniel froze. He hadn't realized it was her birthday. He hadn't even known she had a child in her career. His employees were just names on payroll to him. Emma looked startled when she saw him. "Oh, Mr. Gray, I didn't expect you home so early." She quickly tried to hide the card, embarrassed. "What's that?" he asked, his voice calm but curious. "It's nothing, sir. Just a little card my son made for me," she said softly, her eyes lowering. "He's turning 6 next week. Yeah, broken bar. Haven't been able to see him much. He stays with my neighbor while I work here." Her words hit Daniel like a stone. He remembered his own childhood, how his mother used to wait up for him, no matter how late his father came home. But his father had been just like him now, too busy, too proud, too cold. Something in him broke a little that night. Later, when Emma had gone to her small servants' quarters, Daniel picked up the birthday card she had left on the table by mistake. Inside, in the messy handwriting of a child, were the words that pierced his heart, "Mommy, I know you work hard for me. One day I'll buy you a big house so you never have to clean anyone else's." He stared at the card for a long time. That night, Daniel couldn't sleep. He lay awake thinking about the boy who missed his mother, and the woman who sacrificed her own happiness for a child's future. He thought about his own life, how he'd built an empire but lost all sense of what truly mattered. The next morning, Daniel called his assistant. "Find out where Emma's son goes to school," he ordered, "and send someone to bring them both to my office." When Emma arrived, she was nervous and confused. Her little boy, Liam, clung to her hand tightly, his big brown eyes filled with curiosity. Daniel bent down to the boy's level, something he hadn't done with any child in years. "So, Liam," he said gently, "your mom tells me you make great birthday cards." The boy nodded shyly. "Mom says cards make people happy. I wanted to make her happy." Daniel smiled faintly. "Well, you did. More than you can imagine." He turned to Emma. "You've been working here for 3 years, right?" "Yes, sir. And in all the time, I've never once thanked you. You've looked after this house like it was your own. That's something money can't buy." He paused, then said something that made Emma's breath catch. "You're going home today, not to work, but to live. I'm giving you your own home. It's yours, Emma." A small gift for someone who's given so much. Tears welled up in her eyes. "Sir, yeah, I can't accept that. It's too much." Daniel shook his head. "It's not enough. You've reminded me of what I've forgotten, that real success isn't about wealth. It's about kindness, family, and love." Liam threw his arms around his mother, and for the first time in years, Daniel felt something in his chest stir, a warmth he hadn't felt since he was a child. Over the next weeks, Daniel began to change. He started showing up at work with a smile, talking to his employees like people, not tools. He visited Emma and Liam often, bringing toys, books, and sometimes just sitting with them at dinner. The cold walls of his mansion slowly filled with laughter again. Months later, at Liam's school event, Daniel stood in the crowd, clapping with the parents. When the boy spotted him and waved, calling out, "Uncle Daniel." The CEO smiled. a genuine, peaceful smile that reached his eyes. Life had given him everything, but it took a poor nanny and a child's card to show him what having everything really meant. So if you're watching this video right now, don't just scroll away. Take a moment, think about the people who quietly sacrifice for you, who give their time, their care, their love you without asking anything in return. Sometimes, the smallest act of appreciation can change someone's entire world. If this story touched your heart, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share it with someone who needs to be reminded that kindness still exists. Because every small story of compassion broken bar has the power to change a life forever.